Good evening. What started as an investigation into how a gun purchased in Albuquerque ended up at a crime scene south of the border turned into the feds discovering a potential firearms trafficker whose guns are connected to numerous crime scenes here in Albuquerque. And as KRQE News 13 investigative reporter Ann Perret shares, he may also be tied to a dangerous group.
If they're purchasing multiple firearms, then that's kind of a clue too.
A clue those guns weren't bought legally and aren't going to be used legally. That's what led the ATF to investigate an Albuquerque man. A federal search warrant shows he's bought 76 guns in Albuquerque since 2019. The most recent purchase, 2 last month. Court documents show they caught on to him after receiving a tip in April that police in Mexico picked up a gun at a crime scene 6 months earlier and, through a trace, discovered the Albuquerque man purchased it in New Mexico. It's one of 5 rifles connected to the man recovered in that country, according to the search warrant. While we don't know how the guns got over the border, the U.S. Attorney says this is common.
It's the same organizations who are the buyers of the firearms going south that are shipping the fentanyl up north.
The ATF says federal traces show 5 other guns purchased by this same man were found at crime scenes in Albuquerque. In January 2022, Albuquerque police arrested Gabriel Guevara on accusations he used his smoke shop to traffic drugs. While inside, besides large amounts of drugs, investigators also found multiple guns. The search warrant says one of those was purchased by the suspect. In March 2022, Albuquerque police confiscated a gun from Tiana Lozoya after approaching her about riding in a stolen car. Court records state she told Albuquerque police she bought it, quote, from a guy whose name she couldn't remember for $200. The ATF says the man agreed to an interview after his most recent firearms purchase, and the search warrant states he admitted to building and customizing the majority of the guns and selling them on a website. ATF agents returned to the man's home a few days after that interview to execute the search warrant, and that's when they discovered he may be more than just a potential firearms trafficker. The search warrant shows they found evidence, some in a locked safe. He could be involved with a white supremacist or anti-government group, from pro-Nazism literature to manuals on military and survival tactics. Ann Perret, KRQE investigates.
We do not yet know if the man is facing any charges at this time. That's why we're not naming him. But the ATF is accusing him of trafficking firearms and dealing and manufacturing firearms without a license. New Mexico's U.S. Attorney says gun smuggling is a priority for his office. He met with Mexican law enforcement officials just last year to talk about our shared border.